Yeah. Yeah, I think it could also be if there's a pattern in the family of like what you do is based on trying to handle emotions in the moment versus it's value based. And so if a parent doesn't have consistent rules for what you should and shouldn't do, but you're always just trying to keep them from getting upset at you, and there's a kind of a lack of structure and value-based decision making in the home. I think that can really prime somebody to
Mhm,
be super sensitive and responsive to other people's moods in a way that is actually not helpful long term.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Maybe you see this, I know you see this with your couples, but one person tells their side of the story, in an argument they had or a conflict, and the other partner does not agree with it. And they might become really agitated, in the session of, how could you say that about me? You know, that's not true. And they just, come down, they lay into their partner about it. That I see as emotional fusion, whether or
Mhm.
not the person who's telling the story is accurate, the other
Mhm.
person is so highly reactive that they handle it in that kind of way of, let me shut this down or make you feel badly for saying this because I can't handle what you are saying and doing right now in a good way.
Mhm. What's a good way to handle that if someone
Oh,
is
you're
super
asking me
mature?
the hard questions. Oh, it's so easy, really.
Yeah.
Um, I would say, can you be okay with your partner saying something that, not okay, but can you handle well being seen in a negative light or being portrayed in a negative light? Because you know that you were honest and you were fair, and then you can, instead of punishing them for it and becoming so reactive to it, settle yourself and address what they're doing, which is, you know, making you look bad and maybe being dishonest, but in a way that's not, I'm going to punish you. I mean, what are
Mhm.
you thinking about that? How that looks?
Well, yeah, I think there's two reasons someone could get reactive there, and one of them is what you're laying out that you actually feel pretty clean about what you did, and but another possibility is you really don't feel clean about what you did, and it's really intense to have your partner bring it up in a way that's kind of
Yes.
piling on.
Yes.
Um, so I think a lot of this is just getting a clear sense of who you really are and how you function, being able to tolerate a more nuanced view that has some of your limitations in it. And then you could, if it's the second scenario where you actually also have a problem with what you did, it's just really hard to have your partner talk about it in the way they're doing it because they're really doing it in like a shaming way or something. If you're pretty solid in yourself, you might be able to say that. Say like, I know I didn't handle that well, and I'm willing to talk about it. It would really help me if, you know, you'd be a little gentler about how you approach it or something, you know. And I think there's room to own some of your limitations and say, I'm really, even though I see your point, I'm really struggling with the way you're making it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes. So I think saying I'm not okay to keep talking the way we're talking right now,
Yeah.
but I can come back and talk about it once I've settled down, because I think it can set either partner off. If you're the one who's being attacked, you're not needing your partner just to calm down. You're probably needing yourself to calm down as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of the core thing about this emotional fusion, right? Is that it's neither side is calm, neither side is well regulated.
Yes.